Hey there, YouTubers. All right, time for another bad idea video for the Dell Inspiron 3670. One of these days I'm going to fry this thing. But you know what? I've got all kinds of computers, so I can handle something happening to this. You at home, if this is your only computer, you may want to think twice. So, a couple of safety things before I do this. One, I do have a fire extinguisher nearby. Uh, Two, my prized i9 is right next to it, and I will do everything I can to save it. All right, let's get into this. So, what I have here is a 8-pin PCI Express cable that goes to two SATA powers. Now, if I was smart, I would have gotten an additional, let me turn the light on, 6-pin mini to SATA, okay, just like what exists in here. So you see that one right there, the black cable, that is a 6-pin and it leads to a SATA. You know, the reason why is potentially if we have two of those, maybe we split the number of watts, the amps, whatever, over those two cables versus the one that we're going to do this with. So I have from StarTech this 8-pin to two SATA powers, and I'm going to connect it to another StarTech device I have, which this takes one SATA and turns it into four. Now, like I said, this would be better to use the other 6-pin mini down there, but you know, since I didn't order it, I'm just going to go for it. And we may live to regret this. We may destroy a graphics card in this lovely computer. God, I should take my NVMe out of there and put a cheaper one in there. But yeah, so I'm going to hook this up and we're going to get on with this. All right, so if there's any electronic engineers out there, or electrical engineers, or I guess electricians for that matter, that could explain to me that I'm doing something stupid here and warn everybody else, I would appreciate that down in the section below. So here's the 8-pin. It's going to go in here. And this is an RX 5500 XT. So, you know, 8 pins plus the PCI Express, potentially up to 75 watts for the PCIe 3.0 by 16. The 8-pin could be another 150 watts, okay? Now we've done a 6-pinner up here, and we kept this under the wattage, substantially under the 290 watts. So, you know, could we go over that? Obviously, if you overclock the GPU, you know, yeah, might drive it up there a little bit. In this case, though, I didn't even bother to look how many watts this will draw. I'm hoping it is in the low hundreds, and we will be good. You know, if you're smart, you would look first to see what graphics card, what the graphics cards out there are, and what wattage they'll pull if it's available at maximum performance. So I've got to get another device ready. We want to monitor how much watts this thing, the overall system, is drawing. Okay. Now there will be losses through the power supply, and I don't know if this cheap Dell power supply is 80 plus efficiency, but that doesn't really matter. It's what's on this side, okay, of the plug. If it hits you know, 290 on that side, obviously we're gonna the computer's gonna reset. That's worst case scenario, is that the computer will reboot on its own, and you know, we'll basically have all these devices will be saved, and I'll unplug them and realize this was a bad idea. Worst case, these wires heat up to the point where they catch on fire, and then we have to get the fire extinguisher out, right? So that would be really bad, and we don't want that to happen, especially because it'll make a mess in here, and the wife will probably kill me. So let's go on from here and see what we can do. So here's the cable I used in the other video, SATA power to a 6-pin, and you know, even this probably wasn't a good idea. All right, so we did a safety check, fire extinguisher. We're going to use this to keep it off of the electrical grid. I'll have it really close to me. I can power it down. And, you know, I probably should put the computer back on its side. That way we can monitor any flames that might pop out. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the power on this. For whatever reason, sometimes this Dell turns on its own. And so we'll figure it out. All right, so it is briefly turned on for a moment, and now I'm going to hit the power button. And if we're lucky, I have this on the right HDMI. I have a tendency to not put it on the right one. So you see the computer has pulled 58 watts, 54 watts. So you see the computer's pulling about 58 watts. Not going to be a problem until we actually till we fire something up. Okay, so it actually is displaying. Wow, for a moment there you saw 135 watts, and it is flickering. Hopefully it's a driver thing, and it's not going to keep doing that. So yeah, it looked like maybe the driver updated, switched, who knows. Now we're back to 60 watts. So the fact I saw 130 watts doesn't look so great. That's one of the highest we've seen on a startup. Now I'm going to log in, and we are going to we'll run user benchmark. It'll tax the CPU and the GPU just like it did in the other videos, and we'll see what kind of wattage we pull. So I honestly don't know if anybody else has been dumb enough to do this on YouTube. I don't ever look at anybody else's Dell Inspiron 3670 videos anymore. I think when I first was starting, I looked at a few, and not since. So let's run this. I'm going to back up. I want you to be able to see the watts. And if we get anywhere near 290, now we can also see the cable there too, right? So let me try and drag this over so we can keep status of what's going on. Now, obviously, I want to be able to watch the cable. I want to see the watts, and if we're lucky, it'll be good. And I can't help but tell you all that this is something I've been curious about, and really the only reason I'm doing this video. And I have to say once again, the mini 6-pin to SATA. There is a mini 6-pin to 8-pin out there, but I think that goes with a whatchamacallit for Mac computers. All right, so we got the graphics going now, and this is going to be potentially our. I don't know if it's going to be the best graphics card that's been here. I did have the GTX 1060 in here with the 6-pin. These guys are pretty close to each other. And so far, wattage-wise, it's just cruising along, folks. Yours truly did not pay attention to what it was spitting out. Now, our i5-9400F did not do so hot, and the 5500 XT, terrible scores. Might have had something to do with the background CPU usage. So not really impressive. Everything is low here. And it wouldn't, because there was no score for the drive, we don't get an overall score. So I'm going to run this again. If anything significant happens, I will let y'all know. All right, folks. So just like the last time, I'm going to do a little Doom Eternal. And hopefully we can get the camera to settle down so you can see, or the tripod, I should say. All right, I think you can see the screen. So I still got my fire extinguisher. We haven't had to use it. Doesn't seem to be any real heat issues. Obviously, I would not probably take the cover and cover up this computer. or put on the left-hand access panel, because you know, Dell does a lousy job of ventilating this computer. So, all right, so you can already see 164 watts right off the bat. That's pretty high compared to what we've done before. This computer without a graphics card in it would be, you know, somewhere between 50 and 75 probably, I would imagine. So, but we're gonna go ahead and continue my last game. And I'm gonna move some stuff out of the way. I had to figure out which keyboard's which. I think it's this one. All right, so 178. Now, like I said, the moment that we hit over, if we get, you know, close to 290, we are definitely in trouble, folks. I don't know what that dinging is. Sometimes I gotta hit this guy. Dead. I died. So I saw 174. I will have to, you know, play this later. Play it back later to really see what the numbers were at. But so we're still playing. All right, so you got a little test of the gaming. It ran, and it ran pretty good. I'm going to run a benchmark here, and this will give us an idea of how many watts the CPU is pulling. And then we're also, basically, we're running the same benchmark we did the other day. So because the lousy Dell CPU fan, this does, you know, get a little warm CPU wise. You see power limit throttling, which is holding back some performance aspects of this. And then, of course, we did not put these guys in here. So you can see package TDP 95 watts, core TDP 92 watts. So if you had a Pentium CPU in here, combined with this graphics card, it would significantly drop the wattage that this thing's seeing. And I'm going to do that one more time. Let you guys watch the orange box. So we saw 148. And obviously during the video game, we saw a significantly higher amount. All right, so what do we see from this? Well, so far, no fires. I probably will disconnect this and maybe never do it again. I don't know. We also, got an idea how much power this was using. Didn't break 200 that I saw. If you guys happen to notice a higher amount, let me know. I think 190 was the highest. And, basically one of the issues with this computer would be the power limit throttling. Thermal limit throttling, which did not occur that I saw. Let's see. Yeah, that did not come on. Just the power limit throttling. So that's, that's going to ding the performance a bit. But overall, it's working. It's not smoking. And, would I recommend doing this? Probably not. I don't even recommend this computer, to be honest with you. Now, I would recommend this bad boy. But that's another story. So I hope you got something out of it. Please like, please subscribe. Please watch more of my Dell Inspiron 3670 videos. Thank you.